that's everything ready to go. Let us finish this terrible mess of a game. Did a bunch of grinding yesterday, got everybody's ultimate weapons except for Jupiter's ultimate sub-weapon, because I need to go to a shop that I haven't reached yet, which we will do now. By going... It's this path, I think? This map is so bad, it can't even accurately calibrate where Jaster is. Oh, fuck. Oh my fucking god, just die. Let's try this again. Oh, I need to... Digo, don't do it. Ugh. Nope, turned around. I am still fighting all encounters, by the way, because I am stubborn. I did go along this passage while grinding, just to see if I could get to the next shop, but I can't without passing through a cutscene. And I don't want you to miss out on any lovely, lovely Rogue Galaxy cutscenes. That would be a shame. What a mess. Oh, by the way, I found an alt outfit for Kisala. It's her royal regalia, I think. It's alright, apart from the hat. Jaster, what the fuck are you attacking? incredibly bad. What? The fact that recoveries and attack cooldowns are exactly the same speed is an incredibly bad bit of game design. And onwards. Past a music trigger. That actually, now I think about it, sounds really like a particular music trigger in FF7.
Here you all are. Very good. I'll combine your Dragellums, power from your hearts, and fashion them into the ultimate sword. Are you ready? Good. Then I shall begin.
Actually take a break from saving the world to do some smithing.
O ye spirits connecting wind and sky and land, make these holy lights born from noble souls into one, and bestow upon us the ultimate unstoppable sword. Grant us your power!
Oh, that's a cutscene.
Wow. So that is the Dragellum sword.
It is complete.
That was quick.
This is the Sword of Souls, made from Dragellums. The sacred blade, Zeocycros. It may be able to defeat Mother. It is our last hope. Now, Jaster, take this sword and win back a future for our entire galaxy.
No pressure.
Zeocycros. What a beautiful sword.
It's pretty fabulous. Also, I can't believe the fucking name. Seriously hoping there's another save point after this. No! Jaster! There's a fucking enemy over there that I want you to target. Not that one either. Shit, Rick. Let's not go in. a mess. Lots of chests. Why is that one glowing so much more red than the others?
I needed that.
Yes. Oh, there's a galactic compass. I need one of those for somebody in E-Revelation Flow. Let's see if we can get Jupus some defense, given that I'm going to be fighting a boss phase with him, maybe, if I get that far through the sequence. The fact that in a game this loot-centric, there's absolutely no mechanic to kind of boost drop rates or anything is a bit much. Jesus fucking Christ.
I needed that.
Fuck off! God, this game's a nonsense. Oh, that's probably the wrong way. Let's find out. Curious. Bloody hell, another galactic compass. Failed the challenge. loads of loot items that'd be useful. I think of all the objections I have to this game's systems, it has to be the interrupt mechanics that I object to most. Also the fact that there are no iframes. That's certainly me standing in the freaking lava.
Hello.
Hello Sam, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Yourself?
I'm playing Rogue Galaxy, but for the last time.
Hey.
I also think I'm on the wrong path. Albeit deliberately.
I saw a thing today that seemed interesting. Do you know of Beam?
Not any particularly specific beam, or just beam?
It's like another streaming platform.
No.
And they've started doing this thing where you can have like more than one stream on a thing at once, like co-op streams.
Huh. I mean, there are ways to do that with like multi-Twitch, but they're quite complicated.
I think Beam's changed the name to Mixer. They're owned by Microsoft, though. Apparently has the lowest latency.
Mimic!
Oh boy.
Everybody's
I come across a Mimic in Dark Cloud, and they're just as well. They're dangerous, but they're not insufferable. Like, all I do is walk to the side of them, and then hit them.
It would be jolly nice if that worked in this fucking game.
Good luck, Peggy.
We are a long way from like actual points of needing good luck, but
I mean, you're also not through the stupid last dungeon, which is way too long.
that's good to know. Oh, there's a save point. Oh, these fucking roly bug things that can like, something about the way they bounce you will keep them heading towards you regardless of, like, they never bounce you out the way, and there are no iframes. That's kind of incredibly bad.
Ugh.
They dropped good loot though.
Bits.
Yep.
Yep.
Just ran out of names.
I mean, they called a mummy Arthur. I think they ran out of names a while ago.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a lower level. Right. Yes. Why hasn't the game provided a better solution for shielded enemies yet?
Because
It doesn't.
there's no better one.
Yep. I know that this is the answer, but somehow it doesn't satisfy.
No, it would be like the worst, but also more tolerable if there was a quick spin like in Zelda, and you didn't have to fucking stand there charging for a second and a half every time.
Yep.
It
Or if
would
there was
also
just
be
an S
insufferable
move that
because
was an answer to this.
yeah, that would also be good, but like, I also wish that the barrier break shot worked on guard, because like, fucking why not?
It's all bad.
I needed that.
See, all of these fights I would be running away from because there's no point. You're more than high enough level, I know. That the end of the game isn't gonna like be any easier if you get one more or two more levels.
Well, I'm not going to get one more or two more because, like, there is absolutely no way I'm getting another level at this amount of XP when I need, like, Jester needs 80k to his next level, I think.
Yeah. I think I said it before, but levels 65 through 99, I'll take 99999, 99,999 experience. And the most experience you get is from doing the Ghost Ship Extreme, which is the randomized dungeon, which gives the better encounters give like 3 to 5k experience each.
These encounters seem bad.
Yeah, that's why
The whole
I
game's
literally
bad.
just. That's why from the start of chapter 12, where you're going down the 8 paths, I just ran past enemies. Like it's not worth fighting anything.
The fact that the AI can't even reliably jump over lava is a bit much.
I needed that.
Jester.
Also, the fact that sometimes randomly when you're charging an attack, the charge like effect will display, but when you release the button, no attack happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't even tell what's happening there.
The answer is the stupid charge up animation. You have to wait for it to basically end before it's actually charged, which is not how that shit works. Like in good games.
That is terrible.
I had the same problem with fucking Lilika's bow animation, which I was trying to learn how to use under threat from robot in the final boss rush, which is awful.
Yep.
I hate that the robot respawns. It's such a level 5 thing to do.
Sorry, there will be periodic sneezing breaks this evening.
Oh dear. It's allergy season, isn't it?
It's just this time of year, my nose is just sensitive. I haven't left the house today.
It definitely seems like there's a lot more pollen around.
It's good. This. Oops. You need to not.
Wow, just watching you fucking fight these things. God, the numbers, the HP drops so fucking fast.
It's pretty ridiculous.
It seems there's a deliberate reason why the resurrect items do full health.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's because they couldn't figure out how to balance the game.
Apparently, Rogue Galaxy was funded by Sony, just like Dark Cloud and Dark Chronicle were, but Dark Cloud and Dark Chronicle apparently had more
Watch your
like
step ahead.
apparently they had more like oversight by Sony, and this is the one where they really cut loose. And I wish Sony had kept the manacles on. This might have been not shit.
Yes,
Level 5
so far,
is fine when they're locked up and just kind of doing stuff for other people.
You say that, but also
Yeah.
you know Kuni exists.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
at
Ni no-
least that's
I
like
mean-
inoffensive.
I mean, Nino Kuni.
No,
is,
Ni no Kuni is
a
not
spec-
inoffensive. It's literally
but Ni no
impossible to
Kuni-
tell in the middle of battle how much MP your characters have. That's not inoffensive.
But that game's like not for another publisher.
That's also
Like,
true.
that game is self-published in Japan.
Yeah, no, that's for Ghibli, which is a different thing from another game designer, development company. And also, like, I'm still coming through on your mic, Sam.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
But yeah, no, Ni no Kuni has a lot of bad decisions that were mostly made because of the fucking 3D, like the
What
console
the
port.
Fuck, why is there actual platforming? Just random hidden lava pits.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like Ni no Kuni is inoffensive in comparison to this, and it's mostly like the transition to console that really fucked everything up.
It's there's a lot of definitely kind of like this doesn't feel like it belongs here.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it's a completely different type of game and handheld. I think it's turn-based.
Yeah, it is. Like, did you beat Ni no Kuni?
Oh, yes, it did.
You know the Shadow fight, the big one,
Yeah, that's the
the one where
boss
you have
in
like
DS,
all,
isn't it?
yeah, like that's how all that's how all the fights on the DS play, and that's like the best boss in the fucking PS3 version. Because, like, you can actually fucking control what's going on and react to the enemies doing things.
That was it's the one with the only visually interesting dungeon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where they
I have
a bunch of weird
surpassed
shit.
heroic Lionel. Next up, Hemilatera Momorapica.
names.
Yep. Names indeed. Did I actually save? I don't think I saved.
Yeah, that's why I think, like, fucking Dragon Quest 8 and 9 are probably also less level 5 games and more Dragon Quest games because they're being overseen by, like, Dragon Quest people and also
Like,
have to live up to Dragon Quest standards.
Yeah, I mean, I understand 9 was going to be quite different and kind of had a shift in design.
Yeah, I'm
Point.
kind of back to, like, Dragon Quest 3.
Mm.
Odai.
Well, it was going to be an action RPG.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Odai. How's it going?
Hello.
I just had a pizza. So, I've got a few questions I would like to ask. Has the game gotten progressively dumber since the last time I was here?
Yes.
Significantly.
Okay. What's the really dumb thing that I've missed?
The entirety of this planet's plot?
Oh, God, it's simply not possible to even begin to put things on a scale. This game
It's the galactic scale of stupid.
Wow.
it sets
Okay.
new records for how dumb a game can be.
Okay. Wow, that's That's a lot.
Like, we just made a sword out of the collected emotions of the party that were farmed up in, like, a series of random cutscenes in this dungeon.
That serve to actually characterize and give backstories to all our characters. Instead of, like, the game.
And was any of that backstory mentioned before that point?
Some of it, like, most of it had been referred to, like, but fundamentally, no. Fundamentally, it's all bullshit.
Okay. Better or worse than Skies of Arcadia? Or, yeah, that's putting it out there right now.
Better to... Better on some fronts, but worse on like 99%.
Wow. Okay, deeper question. Does this make you miss Wild Arms?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, Wild Arms is I mean, we talk about Ni no Kuni being inoffensive. Wild Arms is at least inoffensive. It's kind of long and irritating.
Wild Arms 2 is actually good, and I need to get Becky to actually fucking play it. Because, like, Wild Arms 1 is just like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and Wild Arms 2 is they still don't know what the fuck they're doing, but there's a nuke and dragons made of robots, and a flying castle that is your first airship. So, like...
I know.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's at least
the impression
fun.
I got from when Devon and Leroy were talking about it as they were playing through it was that it was a lot more fun than Wild Arms 1.
Oh,
it's
boy.
fucking ridiculous. But also, like, they realized that they could just be ridiculous. Because of, like, how kind of boring the first one was. And I know Wild Arms 3 doesn't do that. It's not as wild, so... Like, Wild Arms 4, though, I saw a cutscene where a guy, shoots down 10 missiles in the air with a fucking handgun. And then...
Perfect.
And
Yeah,
then
why not?
realizes there's an 11th one and punches it and dies in a heroic sacrifice.
That's good. That is good.
People say Wild Arms 4 is the bad one.
That's incredible. We should do Wild Arms 4
I
in
think it's-
year 4.
I think the thing with Wild Arms 4 is its thing of like, it drops the presentation of being a Wild West thing, doesn't it?
I mean, it
And
never
so
really
it-
was a Wild West thing. Like,
Of course.
best you could hope for is that it was like a Weird West. But
But
Like,
the thing
it
I
doesn't-
understand... Sorry.
It doesn't even look very Wild West after like the first 2 towns.
yeah. Let me
strength
see if I can
stars.
find the video, because I know who posted that video that I watched, and it was Chip Cheesem, and let's fucking find this fucking video.
Alright.
So
See,
Wild
'cause,
Arms 4, I believe, is expensive.
Yeah.
Which platform was it on? PS2?
PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 quid.
Mm.
And you can get 5 for 50 quid.
I see Kisala's got some sort of priestess robe thing going on.
That's her like royal garb, which is which is in a chest behind the Queen's throne.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just right there for in case she gets there. Okay, that face of evil enemy looks really silly. It looks like the face squashing thing from Mario 64. Name escapes me just now.
Swamp.
Yes.
It looks like Thwomp and a Womp combined together.
That's fair. This is dead end.
And it reminds me of the shitty Zelda CDI game.
Devon.
What? It's literally called the Face of Evil, and it's called Link: The Faces of Evil. This is not a hard link to make.
Link, haha.
God!
Oh my god, that didn't just happen.
What?
I game over.
Did you fall down in a... I hope you
Wait, there's
saved.
pits?
I have been saving. There are lava pits. I didn't fall in a lava pit. I did die.
Oh, okay.
Everybody got grouped up, and then a bit rolled into us.
That's...
Video game.
I'm glad we don't have any... I don't think we have anyone named James on the Discord server, or they would probably get really sick of that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, so... I've missed a lot of stupid, but is it entertaining stupid at least?
Not in any way that it's trying to be.
Yeah, and also you still have to put up with playing the game while it happens, so...
I'm getting entertained.
Yeah, but you also stopped at our behest, like...
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Oh shit! There's a deal on Vanquish for fucking $17. That's really good, and I wish I had money.
Game's kind of that much.
I will take $3 savings because I'm always broke.
Oh, he goes at $20 and it's
Yeah.
That stinks.
I've got it installing right now.
Lucky you. It's out today. So.
Have fun, Sam. Have fun diving and rolling and whatever.
I haven't installed on my PS3 if I really want to play
Rocket
it.
propelled power sliding.
Yeah. I mean, you could play, well, I would say if one of you lot had a PS4, you could play Polybius, which, if there's a game that
Polybius is good.
Yes, it is! It's amazing!
It's real good, but yeah, I'm having so much fun with it.
Yeah, first time I played it, a guy I know who works at this game bar down in Dalston was like, hey, I'm bringing my copy and PSVR with me. And I said, I'm going down to play it. And I kept to my word and I got there to play it. And I'm not joking when I say the first time I played it with the VR, my mouth was open the whole time.
I think I think just seeing that on a screen is disorienting enough.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna go get a refill on my coffee real quick. Be right back.
Sure.
Jeff Minter makes.
Jeff Minter makes what?
Polybius.
Ah.
We did Space Giraffe and TXK 10+2000. Load of
Spinoza.
Spectrum guy.
Why is there an NPC called Spinoza?
And a guy I met in a pub once told me he knew him.
Oh,
Said the best version of TXK is in VR.
okay.
That only came out on PS Vita because
Atari are horrible.
It's a reminder that Atari still exists.
Yes. Some strange reanimated fashion Atari still exists.
Atari, as it was, hasn't existed for a long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Yeah.
The name's just been bought and sold places.
Mm-hmm. They're the game equivalent of that one Jay-Z bar on Takeover. You had a spark when you started, but now you're just garbage.
Ooh, chest.
So how long do you think this stream will go for, Becky? Will it be as long as when you finished off Skies of Arcadia?
I have no idea because I don't know how big this dungeon is.
All right.
But I'm only doing one attempt at the final boss rush before I give up and watch it on YouTube. I have the YouTube video already queued up on my other monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, I advised that being a good idea because the final boss rush is 10 bosses in a row, the last 8 of which are solo versus various bits of the same thing, which would be cool in theory, but it's this game, so...
Yeah, also there are no checkpoints.
Yeah, which is part of the, it's this game.
Yeah, I could see how that would be like really cool, but that just seems long and drawn out and tedious.
Yeah. The fun part is the last one has moves that, in combination, can kill you in like 4 seconds flat.
Ah.
Leroy
fairness, that
was
doesn't
yelling
entirely
about it.
set it apart from like many other bosses in this game.
Yeah. Except, like the entire time you're in 1v1, so you don't have any like resurrection uses. It's not good.
Let's see. It's weird because I kind of remember when this game came, the run up to this game coming out was something of a big deal, but
It
I
was going
can't
to
remember.
be Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I remember. Like when Killzone was coming out and people were saying, "Oh, this is gonna be the Halo beat, the Halo killer," and even me as a PS2, even me at the time, I was like, "That's not gonna happen."
No.
Turns out the Halo killer was just like having Halo not developed by fucking Bungie.
Yeah,
Well, that and like, oh my god, there's a seam and you can actually see through it.
Yeah. Good video game.
Quality design there.
and hey, you remember those first 3 games you liked so much? Yeah, we're gonna bring them back. What's that? You mean you wanted it finished? Oh,
Yeah. You wanted to play it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's just a seam in the world that ain't finished. That's fucking incredible.
It's not
Yep.
even unfinished, you just got missed in the quality control pass. It's not like it's an unobtrusive one either. I got turned round.
Right, I'm gonna go do some crafting. Hey, Muggles.
I guess FF14.
Yep.
Too many enemies in this game attack with their tongues.
Yeah.
My internet. Estimated time on Vanquish installing an hour. 10 gigabytes of it.
Oh my god. I presumably... Which paths haven't I taken? There's one there which I know is a dead end. And there's one back there that I completely missed that I suspect is actually where the shop is.
The shop is a way forward, I'm pretty sure. So,
Oh, okay.
like, I passed Charles, the little enemy type.
Okay. Has the weird colonialism gotten any better in this game?
This was less colonial.
Yeah.
Alright.
That was mainly a Skies of Arcadia problem, because
Yeah.
Skies of Arcadia had you quote-unquote discovering places that had already been inhabited and shit.
I mean, Skies
This one is just like, you just know people are here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skies of Arcadia kind of had like an idea of what it was that this game lacks.
Mm.
This isn't even just like, you're not even a pirate, you're just like a tourist most of the time. And then you get thrown in prison and then own a factory for some god-awful reason. And then
You
the
need to
guy
do-
who was hijacking the factory joins your party, and you're just like, "What the fuck? I didn't ask for this. Who are you? Get out of here, you fuck!" Jupus Tukey McCannell.
I'm glad
Just
that
for-
you have now
just
got that name stuck in your memory as well.
Only
Wait,
because of you. God damn
Yep.
it.
Wait, Jufus Tukey what?
Jupus
Tukey
Tukey
McGannell.
McGannell.
Okay.
Actor
It's
extraordinary.
McGannell.
This is the
It
blue dude.
Oh
sounds
my
like
god, when am I going to actually be allowed to stand up?
this kind of like sounds like just like a lot of stuff to justify systems and art assets they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel a bit like with the Revelation Flow and Factory, that they just had these mechanics pre-made.
And wanted to use them, and like didn't think about how the game flowed.
And it is trying to be a kind of loot-focused game. It's just, it doesn't really develop any of the things that would make a loot-focused game good in any detail.
Yeah.
Like, there's no theming to the loot, there's no patterns to it. Just here's a bunch of random shit.
There's not any
Some of
real room for
really weird.
experimentation, I take it.
No, it's all,
Yeah, it's...
the entire path is kind of fixed for you.
That's a shame.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get new characters and their shit's locked off by items you're gonna need to go back to fucking like farm for before you can develop them at all, which makes them not useful, so you don't put them in your party and they fall behind on experience and shit.
Ah, I see.
It's
I really
not good.
like the Revelation Flow as an idea, because I like loot-based RPG systems.
See, I've played Monokemia, and that fucking does the thing where the items are part of the entire reason you're at this setting, and you synth them yourself and shit. Like, it felt like they kind of wanted to do that, but they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'd agree with that read. And ironically, given
can't.
that this game is supposed to be FF12, this is something that FF12, in its own peripheral way, does pretty well.
Stream's not loading up for.
That's just Smashcast being Smashcast.
Yep.
This is why I'm moving to Twitch when I stream my 4-job Fiesta.
Looking forward to that, by the way.
I was telling Beck, if you seen the stuff with Mixer, Devon?
No.
It's like, well, the new name for Beam. It's another streaming thing. Apparently, it's like they're doing a feature of like 4. You can do like up to 4 streams in one thing in same window type thing. You can like
Huh.
co-op together or something.
You can also just do like multi-stream with Twitch. There's a site you just go to where you put in the URLs and it pops open and streams them for you. So,
Fair enough.
God, if there's one thing this game didn't fucking need, it's fucking fighting tall enemies on a slope.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that kind of comes with the risk with making a battle system where it's like, oh, it's actually part of the level, so it's actually part of the game, so transitioning is really easy.
Yeah, Tales of Zestiria had some of that issue too, but also it didn't have a mechanic where you had to jump to hit people in
Yeah.
specific spots. So, and you actually had to consider where you got into fights in that because the arenas were small enough that you had to worry about getting bottlenecked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, I
100%.
am going to teleport to somewhere there's a shop and buy some fucking
Yeah,
resurrections because I'm running out.
yeah, it's oh, I need to give this to this guy. I didn't make a healing item run before I fought the last boss rush, and I nearly ran out of items, which was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
But also, like, the only reason I actually bothered to finish was that I just lucked out on the last phase and didn't get like cheap shot. So, because I would have done what Becky's doing if I died. I would have just watched a YouTube video.
Hindsight is 2020, man. It's terrible, but that's the truth.
I mean, this isn't hindsight. This is like this was entirely foreseen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I knew from like week 1 of the month that the end boss was actually several bosses in a row, all fought 1-on-1, and I was just like, well, if I die once during that, I'm not gonna actually fucking fight the thing.
Alright. So, what's the game coming after this one then?
Fucking 4-Shop Fiesta.
Oh, okay. Then, what's after that?
FF12.
Yep.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting because I remember one of my older cousins got that, and I thought it was kind of interesting, but I don't know.
Speak
I can't remember.
carefully.
Right, I thought the battle system was interesting, but that's really it. I don't remember much of the story. I remember thinking, okay, I remember the hate for Vaughn. I remember thinking the Bonnie woman's character design was interesting, and I know. Hey, one of the first couple times I went to MCM Expo, there was a really good cosplayer of her.
Yeah, she is incredible cosplay, but I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah, and I know that the guy who everybody else was like, oh, he should have been the main character, you and Devon don't like.
Yep.
I didn't even finish the game. I could just tell that people saying that were just idiots because Balthier is kind of just a ponce.
The
like,
whole point of Balthier is that he isn't anything like as cool or clever as he thinks he is.
It's
And
Balthier. Sorry, you carry.
like the entirety of games Twitter is full of people who are completely incapable of the level of self-reflection needed to recognize that.
It just Balthier doesn't strike me as like a main character.
He's not. Like, his defining
Like-
joke is not main character.
He's the main character in the sense of, like, if somebody said they wanted a Zelda game where it was like, hey, why don't we make a serious spin-off for Groose? Does that make sense?
holy shit! I love it.
Oh man, that's kind of great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the idea of that sounds terrible, like an incredibly earnest, gritty, like, oh, I'm Bruce. Look at me doing these things, and we're a million miles off from Lincoln Co. But you know that person exists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Groose the Hedgehog.
Goose the moose.
Goose the goose.
The goose.
But yes, that's what That's what I remember about Final Fantasy 12. So
Well, there's going to be a
Who
lot of
knows?
streaming because I'm going to be, like,
Fucking
Zodiac
kill
Age
yourself
doesn't
with
come
Zodiac Age.
out. Zodiac Age doesn't come out until like a third of the way through
11th.
the month. So
Yeah.
And 12 is a long game, and I will be wanting to do like as much of the optional stuff as I can lay hands on.
And figuring out all the Zodiac changes.
Yep.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with this Zodiac game.
It's the International Zodiac Job System Edition, or as I misheard one of the runners of the Final Fantasy at Final Fantasy of Final Fantasy 12 at RPG Limit Break call it. I misheard someone call it Icy Jazz, because
Yeah, so-
IZJS.
Yeah, the remake, which is called Zodiac Age. Oh, there's the shop. Is based on that version.
Yeah, with some other
Okay.
changes.
Could we just call it Icy Jazz now?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's really good, and my ears, being stupid, have blessed me with this goof.
It sounds like the name of a really dumb attack I'd hear in a mecha show or something.
It sounds like a really dumb attack I'd hear in fucking Rogue Galaxy.
No, it's a really dumb attack in Eternal Sonata.
Shit, I was drinking coffee and I tried to laugh.
Don't do that.
Now that's
Where
a
is it?
game I was sort of curious about playing, but I never got
No.
to.
If you want to
Don't do
play,
it.
if you want to know what it's about, you can watch my full-length LP of it on my YouTube channel.
If
It's an incredibly bad game. I would
and
rather
if you
play Rogue
really-
Galaxy than Eternal Sonata.
if you really want to
Right.
play it, play the 360 version. If
Yeah,
you if
don't
you
go near the,
like,
the PS3 version's even worse somehow.
Like,
Right then.
you had a lot of trouble with that game, didn't you? Just the difficulty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
not so
game-
much difficulty as the XP scaling is fucked. in
Yeah,
the
it is
PS3
also
version.
harder. Like, just
Yeah, but like the XP scaling doesn't fucking help when you get like 0.4 times experience.
Yeah, no, the 360 version is fairly easy. There's not much to give trouble in that game.
The thing that makes me laugh is like Eternal Sonata speedrunners play 360 version because you can take like 4 or 5 really shitty pictures of one enemy and get all the money you need for the rest of the run.
Oh
because-
wow.
Yeah, like there's a system where like if you take a picture of an enemy, you can trade it in for money. And
it should be stressed that to take a picture of an enemy, you have to sacrifice a character's turn in battle.
yeah, but
Ah.
like the better the shot, the more money you get. But the scaling in the 360 version is just like shit, and they didn't think of it at all. So the runners will just take like 4 or 5 pictures of this random enemy and sell it, and the guy who buys it is just like, what is this piece of trash? I'll give you $9,000 for it.
That's really
Oh,
bad.
man.
It's just like try
Also,
or fucking
this-
or try crescendo, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
That-
So the Tri-Ace music team.
Yeah.
Like the musical name conventions in that game, like they don't care. It's just like fucking. This guy's name's Jazz. This cave's called the Wa Lava Cave.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I've forgotten the Wa Lava Cave.
Prince
Oh,
Crescendo.
nice.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh, yeah.
like
There's polka, just in the party, there's polka, allegretto, beat, viola, salsa,
And Chopin.
march, and Chopin. Yeah.
it's like they took like a dictionary of music terminology and just like closed their eyes and picked
my
a random
God.
page.
I just realized that jazz in Japanese is jiruba, which is a transliteration of jitterbug. That is a much better name. Why would you go with jazz, you fuck? Oh no! Also, like, isn't Eternal Sonata the game where they introduce a character just to kill them off, and it takes like 20 minutes for the cutscene to go on?
And
Because-
she's,
Yeah.
she's in it a bit more permanently than that, because she's a party member at one point. But, like, yeah.
Yeah.
There is
It's-
a 20-minute cutscene for a minor character dying, after having betrayed you, so you already have given up caring about it. It's
Devon, I'm not sure if you remember, but you know at that end of the end of the last Remnant episode where you said JRPGs are beyond the point of self-parody that even people who try to riff on them, it's like, what is the point?
Yeah.
That's one of those moments that made me realize it big time.
Yeah. Like, for all the fucking parody webcomics, nothing's gonna beat actual JRPGs doing things because
Oh yeah.
the people who try to write those things are not playing them. The ones
I am-
who do this shit.
I have never been so frustrated by an end of a game than I have been by Oteno Sonata.
But the end of that game is like legitimately toxic. It's not just a bad ending. The thematic message of that game is that actually it's good and right for young girls to throw themselves off cliffs for the sake of their lovers, which is not terribly strong thematic ground, really.
It's not strong thematic ground. It's also fucking boring.
I haven't played that. I know, like, the last remnant being like, oh, my name is the Lorax, I speak for the remnants, was also very bad.
Wait,
Did you forget that Rush was the last remnant, and he was just a remnant that looked like a human, and he had to fight the other guy who was a remnant who looked like a human, and that's... He had to fight the Onceler, but whatever the fuck his name was, Mr. War, I don't fucking know.
I can't remember his name either. It's probably for the best.
Onceler sounds like an evil real estate tycoon from an 80s movie.
Nah, because I was obsessed with his books as a youth, I associate him with Dr. Seuss, and now I sadly have to think about that. The weird subset, yes, the weird subset of fandom for the Onceler, which is like, why?
No, I know I was thinking of Onceler because of the Boondocks.
Okay, yeah, that's fine by me.
Window, it's so warm in here.
That will happen this time of year.
Usually happens a little bit later.
Rain soon come. That's how this
Apparently this
country
weekend.
rolls. Yep.
Apparently thunderstorm.
Fun.
By the way, I'm sorry for like diverting this whole stream off topic like I seem to use.
It's alright. I mean, there's not a huge
a welcome
amount to talk about
distraction.
this fucking game.
It's more interesting than this game, I'd assume.
Okay. It's just I know sometimes, like Devon, when you were streaming Danganronpa, I was like, you know what? I think I'm kind of wearing out my welcome with this thing, and
fine.
let me jump off and let him take the reins because he knows what he's doing.
But also, like,
Well,
for Dangan, you need to kind of concentrate, right? Like, because
I mean, only on the back half of things, because like every chapter has like the bit before the class trial, where there's not much dialogue, so it's kind of whatever.
have you streamed any more of that, by the way?
No, I haven't, and I was gonna like yesterday, but then I completely spaced because I've just been having a spacey week, I guess. I also managed to forget to tell my dad that I wanted to do tacos for dinner until he had already like decided that we were having cottage pie. I was just like, wait, no, I wanted to do tacos, and he was just like, oh, why didn't you tell me? Because I was being an idiot.
Holy shit!
And I would stream some like tomorrow, but we're maybe recording tomorrow, so.
It's always Sunday. Got a nice big chunk of time where.
No, then I'll be editing. Like I.
I was gonna say we've got a nice big chunk of time before we can start the Forge Job Fiesta in earnest.
Yeah, but like, I want to fit a Final Fantasy V normal run in between now and then I'm gonna also be doing prep for Stormblood, so. what a disaster my life has become. I'm full of Final Fantasy, like a scrub.
What's your general thoughts on Final Fantasy V, anyways? Just asking a lot of you.
I know basically nothing about it.
Never
Yeah.
played it.
Yeah, I'm the
Oh.
only one with like opinions on it, and I was the one who suggested 4-Job Fiesta because it would be timely with the event, and it would give Becky more experience with older Final Fantasies. And also, just like I wanted an excuse to finish Final Fantasy V because I've tried 4-Job Fiesta a few times, and I'm basically going to be a support guy for this month, depending on how the teams shake out. If either of my fucking partners get Blue Mage and I don't, I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Oh,
What
But-
do you
Not
mean you get
putting
like
on
4
any-
blue mages?
you're not getting 4 Blue Mages unless you go fucking Chaos or Regrand.
Yes.
Random, and like, if you do that, you're also going to suffer because that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
You putting on
Sarna,
any?
you wacky fuck! Don't go for Zerker.
Oh, boy. So, are you gonna put on any specific challenges with your run, or just standard?
I might,
I'm
I
doing
might.
vanilla because like I'm a scrub.
and I can't speak for Leroy, but like, yeah.
That is fair. I mean,
Like,
I
Yeah.
played Final Fantasy V. I think I played some of it ages and ages ago, and I remember thinking, this is an interesting game, and I kind of dug the job system, but I don't know. I might have to go back to it one of these days. It's been a long time.
God. Okay, so like, Sarna is gonna apparently do Berserker Risk, which is in pre-registration. If you Berserker Risk, for every $10 in donation before it begins, a random player will get a Berserker assigned to them with these conditions in mind. Yeah. Thing is, I didn't go Berserker Risk, and I still got a Berserker on one of my runs. So like, whatever.
Sonai, you're a brave soul. That's all I'm gonna say.
people have beat like Berserker, Quadzerker. It's just a lot of waiting for them to aim correctly and also proc their death moves, because you can get weapons that proc death on hit, and you just gotta load up with those and pray, basically.
What is this game's encounter rate? Fucking
Pretty
hell.
Way too high.
monstrous.
This is the improved like director's cut version of the game, where this is the perfect one. This is the perfect version of the game.
Director's words, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these people don't have a fucking clue what they're doing.
But yeah, okay, so like, fucking chaos is my favorite stupid Fiesta rule because of the description. Because like the rest of them, like players will be assigned one class from each crystal. Players will be assigned one class from all crystals unlocked, and then chaos is players will be assigned jobs. And it's basically all 4 slots could come from all 4 crystals. So you might end up not getting a job until Earth Crystal.
Damn.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know, like 8 or 10 hours into the game.
Yeah. It's really long. I
Um,
usually check. I think how I got hit to the Fiesta was there's a guy who I follow, this a raving loon who's like, well, I wouldn't exactly say he's a Let's Player, but he's a guy who does a lot of streams and his videos are long, and he's a pretty out there guy.
Hmm.
Like, but I remember watching him do a run or so, like on a kind of, and I thought, oh, this looks really neat. And then I discovered, oh wait, this is actually a thing that has been happening every year for the last couple years. I actually dig this.
Mhm.
By the
Yeah,
way, this is also a guy I know who did like a very thorough but kind of ridiculously long series where he played through Front Mission 3.
Oh.
And he did that weird N64 game where like part of the battle system is like using wrestling moves. I forget what it's called.
Hybrid Heaven?
That's the one. He's done all sorts of odd stuff. I know right now he's really playing through like Stellaris and Factorio at the moment. Oh, and he's into Dwarf Fortress as well, which is, that game is like my Great White Whale in a way.
So the way I found out about 4-Job Fiesta was a couple of Let's Players that I liked. They're Kaz and Medibot, which you might recognize from various other Let's Plays and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both, I know those two, they're great.
Yeah. I was more into them a few years back, but like Kaz decided to do this thing called the 4-Job Fiesta. He just like did a race, and you could get dares for this race, randomly assigned to you. But okay, he called it the 4-Job Fiesta Dash because it was like a quote unquote speed run where you just kept track of your fucking time between PlayStations. But he did this fucking challenge run where I'm gonna read these off as this video cycles through them, but basically he assigned random dares, and then later on he did a run, like in fucking January 2016, he did a run called All Dares where he followed all of them at once. And one of them, and all of these dares are really fucking stupid. Like, okay, disco commands. You cannot use the same command twice in a row. Money is useless. You cannot spend money or use Guild Toss. What's the next one? Come on. Let me give you a pointer. In battle, no character may take an action that places a cursor on themselves. Oh! This is not even like the worst. Lena's love. You must keep Lena poisoned for as much of the game as possible. You may not take an action in or out of combat that removes poison from Lena.
It's like hell.
Stabra Cadabra. The only weapons you may equip are knives. Don't cramp my style. No two party members can wear the same equipment at the same time. Oh, there's another one coming up. Oh, yes. Bone Alone. You must obtain bone mail. When you do, you must equip it to a party member. That character cannot wear helms or accessories and cannot wear other armor for the rest of the game. Just hands off the booty. You may not open any chest that contains treasure, even if it is a monster attack. Like,
God.
All of those at once. Because I don't know if he ever finished that run, but he got pretty fucking far into the game.
Who is this?
Kaz. His screen name was My Name is Kaz. And he also did a kind of stream Let's Play of Diablo 2 that I really like. In which he played a necromancer that only summoned and refused to click on monsters. To the point that if he clicked on a monster, he replaced his gloves.
That's good.
That's good.
I'm looking into how much copies of Luminous Arc are, and it's too much.
We're gonna be emulating it.
I am baffled that game is so expensive now.
Luminous Arc 2 is like £15, but like the first one, £40.
I have the first one somewhere, and I got right near to the end. I got to the final fight in that game.
Huh.
Well, that's on the docket for year 3, so.
I think part of it was, I remember it was me being sort of stubborn with the fights. Some of it, I was just genuinely surprised at how lucky I was that I kept going. I mean, the story was what it was, and some of the characters were kind of grating. especially in this whole sort of relationship angle where it's like, hey, you have to say the right thing if you want this cool item. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But for what it was an okay game. You know those sort of mid-level, like, budget JRPGs which just does the job?
Yeah.
Basically all of Image Epic's fucking productions.
That's how Stellar Glow felt.
Mm-hmm.
It was their last game, I think.
Oh. Like, the other one that comes to mind for me on the DS is Children of Mana, which I know is not a great game, but I like the music in it, and I thought it looked nice. So, yeah. I know you're not exactly the biggest fan of Secret of Mana, Devon.
I mean, whatever.
Putting it lightly.
Like it's also kind of a dead series past the first game for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a DS one. Was that? Which was that one?
There's a couple in there.
Yeah.
It would have been the earlier of them.
Fucking Children of Mana.
Yeah.
That's the one I played.
I have.
So Mana is a tactical RPG. What?
I have Legend of Mana is the one I have.
PS1.
Yes.
One. Yeah.
I get one over when the game has really nice music.
Where's my crib sheet for the last?
Maybe it's fickle,
Ultimate
but
Weapon Fusion. It was around
I don't
here
know.
somewhere.
Some of the concepts seem neat. Like you build the world map.
I kind of cribbed that for Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Have either
Where's
of
the
you
frog?
gone back?
There's the frog.
I might as well ask, have either of you gone back to ukulele?
No.
No, not yet.
I did want to, I just have not had time.
Same.
Well, Becky, I can understand because you're Miss I'm the big professional and I'm going to go down to London to make a fancy schmancy speech and all that.
And that's not for a couple of months yet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gonna interfere with her Zodiac age.
How long are you just in London for the day?
I mean, for 2 nights. I'm getting into London on the 20th. Coming home on the 22nd. It's a public event, actually. I didn't realise this when I submitted to it, but you could show up for 2 days if you wanted. If you fancy a conference on ethics and video games.
Oh really?
Well, it's preferable to ethics in video game journalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I book time off for that.
Somebody will make a joke. I mean, I don't actually know which day I'm presenting, but it's a Friday and a Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Sorry? The
Hmm.
dates are the 21st and 22nd of July. And it's it's about 10 minutes from Euston, so I assume that means it's fairly easy to get to.
See. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get to.
But no, I mean, what I've been busy with for the last 6 weeks has been marking.
Yeah.
And literally having student emails come in about as fast as I could answer them for the last few days.
Ouch.
Because yesterday was the logic exam, which is I'm in charge of that module this year, and it's the module that students are most stressed about.
I see some people on Raptor are already losing their mind because Lil Yachty's album's supposed to be leaking tonight.
Leaking.
Yes. Yes, I get the joke.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't mean the joke. I just got it myself now, but like leaking, not releasing, leaking.
Well, okay, I guess I guess it's supposed to be like releasing tonight as well. That was just the first thing that came to mind.
That's not what I wanted you to do.
I might give it a listen because I'm surprised to see Stefan Don on there, but otherwise I don't really care for the guy.
Anyway, I'm gonna shoot off for now.
Okay,
Alright,
Have-
good night.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. This stream has been going for an hour and a fucking half.
Yep. I'd love to not even be able to stand up between heals because literally every attack flattens me.
Yeah, it's great.
This is how difficulty scales, right? Level 5 asks.
I mean, like, as far as I can tell, cut and keep aren't affected by level at all. So it's just there's just nothing.
So the stream would probably be about 40% shorter if Becky were to run from the encounters, which is why I suggested it. Because basically, if I didn't have the ability to just sweep everything, I ran from an encounter, and my sweeps were doing like 8 to 10,000 damage. So
Why is enemy throwing in this game?
What, as
Why
in
can you pick
literally?
up enemies? Why?
Somebody wanted grapple mechanics or wrestling moves. Or I don't know, maybe somebody at level 5 was like, why am I working on JRPGs when I could be helping out making Fire Pro games or something?
Or they played a Disgaea game once and was like, yeah, let's lift and throw enemies. That doesn't take any other thoughts to how that fucking works.
Exactly what a bad Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts knockoff needed. A mechanic borrowed from Disgaea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, this sounds awful. Apparently, 2 Chainz is going to be putting out an album with Static Selector of all people. Okay, for the I know that there's not many people here, and I get that. I understand if a lot of people in here don't really listen to rap music, but to give you a rundown of who 2 Chainz and Static Selector are, Static Selector is a dude from out of Boston who his whole thing is like he's basically the second-rate version of a DJ Premier kind of producer who makes all those sort of hard-knocking East Coast, like old New York beats that dorks at certain grouchy old men on the internet like to prop up. And he's okay at best, I suppose. 2 Chainz, meanwhile, is a guy who used to be down with Ludacris and was part of a duo called Player Circle who had one hit called what was it? One hit called Duffel Bag Boy, and now he went with a name change and signed to Good Music, and for the last couple of years he's been like, well, he's not as big as he was, say, when Mercy came out, where he had a pretty notable punchline. Let me see, what was it? Just a second, I need to go on the lyrics site, so pardon me for this.
I mean, whatever. Like, it's Rogue Galaxy. We're not appreciating
Yeah.
high art here.
As people who like bad jokes, I think you would appreciate 2 Chainz. I mean, me personally, I think his punchlines are really bad, but a lot of people tend to think that they're so bad they're funny.
Well, I mean, if you think it's
Right.
bad, then the chances are I will enjoy it immensely. So.
Yeah. That tends to be how it shakes out with Becky.
Yeah, here's one. I'm drunk. This is the one I'm trying to remember. I'm drunk and high at the same time, drinking champagne on the airplane.
Oh no, that's weak.
See, there's that. One I remember is, that's it. Me and my crew pass your bitch around like hot potato.
Oh dear.
Please.
Yeah. You think I'm yes, these are real lyrics here. I'm trying to think, is there other ones that I remember? Oh, thankfully hip hop has some stuff I can find. Here. My wrist deserves a shout out. I'm like, what up, wrist? My stove deserves a shout out. I'm like, what up, stove?
Oh.
You wanna hear some more?
No thanks.
I want to
Yes,
hear Devon's reactions to some more.
Don't
Okay,
do this
I
to
will
me.
I might read, I think I'll read 2 or 3 more just to find them. Oh yes, known to act the donkey on the camel toe, take the camel toe and turn it into a casserole.
What?
Oh no.
Yep. I mean, he's had an interesting sort of run last year, but he's not. You're getting the impression he's not somebody I really follow, but it's like I know who he is.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's another one. I hope you get testicular cancer in the brain, dickhead, by the time you get that.
Fair play.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, here we go. This one's from. Yeah, this is from when he was in Player Circle. By the way, I forgot to mention, back when he was in Player Circle, he used 2 Chainz is not the first name he went with. He went by a different name. He was known as Titty Boy.
What?
Yes. See, this is what I don't get when people are like, they're like, oh, I have to struggle to find rappers who have a sense of humor and or self-appreciation. It's like, that's every one of them. Like, Lil Wayne is a guy who got away with saying real G's move in silence like lasagna.
No, that's
Yes, Devon. 6 foot, 7 foot. You remember that period? Yes. Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
holy shit.
I'm gonna guess that that's the last save point.
If it says endpoint, then
Well,
yeah.
it's the last save point on the
But-
planet, so presumably.
Yeah. If it's core, it's that. So
Hey, I made
Good
it to
luck.
42. But Jelt
I should-
Ozak escaped me.
I should also say to you, Devon, that for like about, I want to say a year and a half, Lil Wayne, in terms of like rappers who were big at that time, around 2008, 2009, was not only the biggest guy on the planet, but critics kind of adored him for just how weird and kind of stupid he got. Like he did a 6-minute song on Dedication 2 about Hurricane Katrina that, on retrospect, wasn't as good as people made it out to be, but it was just because somebody was saying something about it. So, yeah, you can understand why it's weird that somebody like 2 Chainz, for me, why I think somebody like 2 Chainz would be terrible to work with Static Selector. Like, Static Selector is the kind of guy who works with people like Terminology and Rex and Royce the 5'9", who are sort of like certain type of punchline guys who are kind of crotchety in their ways and say, oh, we're bringing real hip-hop back and trying to exterminate whack guys like Lil B who've poisoned the culture or whatever. So I don't know how that's going to mesh. I'm normally all for those kind of weird collaborations, but this one just doesn't sound like it's going to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
Good grief.
Something tells me, Becky, you're gonna immediately go on to like either live mixtapes or that piff and just search for a copy of Dedication 2 and The Drought 3 just to hear more ridiculous stuff like that.
No, I'm quite happy listening to my kazoo versions of old 8-bit music, thank you.
Why? Why?
There is no amount of like annoying that I cannot be. Sorry.
That's not annoying. That's just bad. That's like the sort of people I know who buy like musical box lullaby versions of Nirvana and Green Day songs to play to their kids.
Oh.
In fairness, I would never do that to play to my kids. I might do it to play at a party just for lols. But like, I'm sorry, I am what I am. And what I am is a person who likes really terrible music.
Yeah.
I promise that I do earnestly enjoy it. Like, it's not just that it annoys other people.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like,
It's just a very consistent side effect.
it really, I don't know what it is. There's something about my taste that is strongly correlated with annoying other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I started a podcast with you about taste in video games.
Yep.
I mean, you're in the fortunate position where, like, my taste in video games is weird in a similar way to yours.
Yeah, but just different enough that I get really annoyed when I'm editing the podcast.
Yep, every time.
Every single goddamn time. I do not get paid enough.
Yeah, and then you've got me who's like the wrecking ball from the world where you're like, how did you stumble on this? And I'm like the one constant reminder of like, yeah, you guys are really huge nerds. Remember that?
You're not the only reminder of that, Odai.
My entire life is a reminder that I am a giant nerd. Just, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm well aware of how much of an awful nerd I am. I do a podcast about JRPGs. What the fuck else am I?
Hey,
I also do a fucking anime podcast.
Hey, Devon. I did an anime podcast for 2 episodes with a friend of mine who did a podcast where he read through Choose Your Own Adventure books with a guest, and it was really good.
Yeah, well, I'm up to episode like fucking 16 of the anime podcast, and year 3 of this JRPG shit. We're getting into year 3 in a couple months. That's fucked up and scary.
That's gonna be fun.
How am I out of staffs? Like 6 have dropped today, and apparently I don't have any of them. Maybe they were all in that section where I died.
Doom timeline.
Probably. But yeah, it's gonna be 2 Chainz and Static Selector. This is gonna be really bad, and it's also gonna be a thing where people who hated him for so long are gonna be like, oh, now he's rapping, he's suddenly gotten way better just because he's on the type of beats that is more to their taste. than what he usually goes over.
I just got an email, which is what Krieg from Borderlands 2 is yelling at me about.
Oh,
Yeah, my mom sent me an email. Oh no. Great. She sent me a picture of a Pikachu plush with Cthulhu mouth. Thanks, Mom. Just2things.tumblr.com.
Yep.
hey, she cares. She's trying to show that she's interested in your hobbies.
My
I would
hobbies of not playing Pokemon and not reading Cthulhu.
She's tried, Devon. Give her a chance. She tried.
The last decade has been her trying to be a relatable mom, and it has failed most of the time.
Your mum is pretty, like, awful, in fairness.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a different matter.
Let's see. I bet I get another encounter on the way to the fucking boss.
Probably. You also have to do the only bit of, like, ascension in this platforming coming after the fucking
Oh, yeah.
final save point, which is really weird.
You see, that's
But
a
also the
half
entire-
decent location, although the skull on the far side does look a bit more shocked than threatening. I didn't get an encounter. Here we go.
Yay!
Have fun, illusion sword and win, basically. Yes, that still holds up because this
Yeah.
game is designed like a piece of shit.
This is unbelievable. Is this all rune?
I mean, it looks like lava to me.
Yeah, no, it's lava, but also the source of all rune.
I mean, if all this stuff got scattered through the galaxy, like, it would be spread pretty thin.
Yeah, but apparently you only need a few cells to turn someone into evil Jaster monster.
That's definitely from this angle an attempt to do a like H.R. Geiger alien head.
Yeah. I do want you to get through at least the first two phases, because then the giant battleship that has the only good enemy design shows up.
I think what I'll probably like if I can't make it through the first two, I'll give it a couple of goes. But
Yeah. Like, the first two aren't the ones with all the issues, though. So, like...
believe in
it
the
should be
power
fine.
of the Dragellums.
Yeah. Now that you're here at, like, the hour 45-minute mark, I can definitely say the stream would have been, like, a solid half shorter if you had just ran from all the encounters. Like, they just fill up so much fucking time.
Am I waiting for her to become vulnerable or something?
I think you need to bop her enough times and her head comes down, and then you can hit the head, which is the damage bit. Like, I just illusion sword spammed at her, and once it hit her chest enough, she bowed down, and I punched her
Oh
with
yeah, you
illusion
can
sword.
build platforms using the monography shot.
Oh, well, fuck that. Illusion sword.
Illusion sword won't work on Mother apparently.
No, like, you just hit her in the chest enough times, and she will bow down, and then you can do damage. Like, that's just how it works. That's how it works for me, anyway. Like, which is why I didn't bother with the monography shot. Didn't bother with anything, because, like, oh, everything can be solved with ranged attacks.
Oh no, the weapon that won't work on Mother is the sword I'm using.
Oh, yeah, you have to switch off of Zeo Cycros. Which is annoying because it's weaker. Even when you fully upgrade it.
Ah. There we go.
Did you fall into the lava and it threw you back up on the platform?
I guess
That's
so.
incredible. I think what I'm most looking forward to in Stormblood is having the level cap go up so I can go through end-game Heavensward areas without getting attacked by all the fucking monsters. There needs to be an 11 level difference. And since most of those monsters are like level 58 or 59, at level 60 I can't avoid them. Just by being more powerful than them. Whatever. But also Samurai looks badass.
And in lava again.
I know you want to climb the platforms, but if you do just bop her a few times in the chest with the illusion sword, it's really easy. Just on the ground even, you don't even have to be up.
Oh yeah, I see. Now that I'm using the right weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, phase 1 down.
Did it work?
Looks like she's about to explode.
Wait a sec. Something ain't right. It can't be.
What's going on?
Oh, is this Mother's true form? You
That old JRPG adage, it's not even her final form.
Yep.
This is a half decent design. It doesn't at all fit the design tropes of this game, but it looks alright.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a Persona thing.
Actually, it looks a bit FF13 to me, but
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know, maybe it's just the lighting, but it doesn't look pristine enough to be a 13 thing.
yeah.
'Cause-
Well, it doesn't have the graphical fidelity. It looks like if you tried to design a 13 thing on PS2.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Jaster, what's going on?
It's the power.
But also, it's not as good as the fucking next boss.
It's been a while.
Also, yeah, Illusion Sword nulls any actual like challenge or phases this boss has because you can just hit her in the face from the ground and shit.
Past all
Helpful.
games, have you? Don't make me laugh.
Jaster's voice actor trying to do deep voice is just bad.
Yeah. Also, he powers up at the end of this cutscene. So if you want to hear the weakest power up sound, power up scream, it's just ugh.
Yeah, that boss design doesn't look bad with the helmet on top. I kind of like that.
Correcting the only mistake I ever made.
It kind of got overshadowed by the next one because the next one, the rune corrupts the battleship of the big bad capitalist corporation, and it turns this thing into what the game itself calls a demon battleship. It's just like, oh,
It really is the end
I
of Kingdom
see.
Hearts 1.
Yeah.
I I have Kingdom Hearts is one of those things. I've probably said it before. I missed the boat when Kingdom Hearts came out. It was one of those games where I think when it came out on the PS2, I kind of wanted to try out, but I never did. So I ended up I ended up missing out on those entire wave of games when they had the weird impact on the fan base that it had. So ever since then, for me, it's sort of like I've been exposed to all the strange facets of the Kingdom Hearts fan base, and it just kind of feels like, oh, Square maybe unknowingly found the sort of ravenous meeting point between people who really, really love Final Fantasy games from Final Fantasy VII onwards and people who are really, really into Disney.
It's not even like the Disney part. It's all the original characters for Kingdom Hearts that people like.
Yeah. So many Sora and Riku fanfics.
Wow, you really can just hit it.
Yeah.
Game
Like,
design.
they were gonna try and like I bet there was gonna be like some fucking freeze shot thing, but also fuck that.
Yeah. Also, it seems I got followed on Twitter by this thing called Heartomics, which, according to the description, says Heartomics Lost Count is a bullet hell game that uses fan service to entice players.
So their marketing includes, like, telling you their marketing strategy. That's
Yes.
novel.
And I think I might know why, because STG Weekly follows them. I don't know, that's weird. Oh great, Becky, STG Weekly posted something that might be up your street.
Oh.
A UN Squadron Chocolate Rain mashup.
Oh.
I love it when the boss just shoots the lava.
Alright, I think I'm gonna bounce off.
Okay, that's phase 2 down.
Yep. Here's the stick around in the stream at least for a little bit to see the ridiculous boss that I like. But yeah, good night.
Good night.
Alright.
I'll release you from the endless hell you must live in for eternity.
Anyway, yeah, Mother was actually a lady.
Who used to serve the Star King?
Yep, 50,000 years ago, and
Fucking pre-rendered Jasta in
yeah,
Star King mode. Oh god.
the pre-render stuff looks goofy as shit anyway, but the Starking mode is a little bit extra on top.
No kidding.
Mother, she's sinking.
We did it! We finally
the stream chugged on a frame of Jaster in Starking mode, and it was just like, oh no, I have to look at this.
Yep.
What's that? Is that Valkog's ship?
Why would it be here of all places? How did he find out?
How did he find out about the giant glowing gate in the sky?
So, that's the mother of all rune. Oh my. How glorious. How magnificent.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything so wonderful.
With all that rune power, we could go on to create so many beasts. It would be a huge boost to Datron's profitability. Shall we collect it then, sir?
Yes, do that. What's going on?
Wait, seriously? Oh wow, the bit where Valkog and the others fall out of the ship is
Yeah.
something. Yum yum nom nom, tasty battleship.
Yeah.
They've been sucked in.
Man, they've had that coming for a while.
Not good. Now that Mother's gone, the rune is acting on instinct.
My favorite thing is how they thought they were going to collect lava
You don't think
with
Valkog's bunch
with
and
like
turn
tow
into
cables.
life
Like what the
over here?
what? Like
I
what the
assume-
fuck are you on about?
I assumed they were hoses, but
The-
they definitely seem to launch with like a harpoon head.
Yeah. And also that the spaceship's windshield was weak enough that they could just get knocked
Yeah.
out of it.
That was
Like-
the thing that really got me.
Let's just run!
Level 5 does not understand how spaceships work, which is why everything looks like a fucking galleon or some shit like that, I guess.
This is
Just magic, you can't... It's not magic if... I guess it is magic because everything in this game is actually just fantasy shit.
Suddenly everything's a volcano as well.
Yep. I'm gonna tweet the dang question form again.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'll give you that. And it really, like, it really is like the thing at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 as well, because it's just,
Yep.
like, it's every possible idea they could throw at it. But it's a nice touch that it's a combination of the three, like, Datron characters.
We do. We don't have
Yeah.
the Vellum sword anymore. Is there any way to defeat it?
What are we gonna do? Is there any way to fight that thing?
Iriath, my child, you must not give up yet.
Surprise, Mom!
Yeah.
This is the power
Look forward to the giant sword that
my heart.
Jester's about to get.
For peace.
I wasn't kidding when I called it enormous.
Also
No, I saw some clips of it when I was finding it, when I was queuing up a cutscene.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Here, Ragnar. I want you to take this to my daughter. The Dragellum of Prayer.
I'm resisting the urge to make this tweet say get your questions in or forever hold your galactic peace.
Why are we playing fucking volleyball?
This will be your trust.
The Dragellum of everyone on Mari Glen. This is Mari Glen's hope.
Fuck. I thought I was ready. I wasn't ready.
Let's finish this.
What, for the stupid
For the
Jester power up
sword.
yell? Oh yeah, the sword is yeah.
Are you really Mr. Rogue?
Of course I am. You actually stayed yourself while using the Stout King's power. Now that's a true awakening.
Jaster, you gotta get us to the top of that beast.
Huh? Are you nuts?
That's one formidable monster. If we all attack at once, we won't stand a chance. We have to split up and destroy its weapons.
You're kidding, right?
No, he's right. Let's do it.
What? You're all crazy. We're gonna die.
Whenever you're ready, Jester.
Here goes.
The fucking hilt.
Yeah.
Right then. And these are, I've got to get them to expose their palm, and then...
Yeah, punch the ring to get the palm, then punch the palm to do damage.
How do I get the ring? Is that... Oh,
Just attack it. It'll do like a punching attack, and then the ring is very easily hittable, either with a ranged or a melee attack.
what the fuck hit me there? Ouch.
This is what I was saying, like, no matter how much you grind and get your ultimate weapons up, it's still gonna fucking take forever. Because the boss just has too much defense and HP. So you're doing like a tenth of what you'd normally do. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Also, like you do get Digo's thing that you need the officers or the keepsake coin for. It's not even that good because it's supposed to be like, oh, it raises your attack and defense, quote unquote, continuously once you use it, but it lasts for like 5-10 seconds. So, and it doesn't raise it enough to be worth using in this. There's one of the only fights that you can actually use it in because that happens so late. It's a little frustrating.
Right. What do I need to do here? What abilities do I have?
You have the ability to do aerial attacks, which are really good and better than anything else Simon has.
Is that Missile School?
Yeah. No. I mean, you can use Missile Squall, but I ended up just doing like normal jump attacks because it he fires like 3 missiles in a row and just kind of blasts through everything. So basically, I just buffed into that, and it was over in a couple minutes.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, the jump attack's actually really good.
Yeah, which is why I told you about it.
I hadn't...
You didn't process it.
No, I
I
hadn't
know.
understood what you were saying.
Yeah, the jump attack is really fucking good.
That's weird, that one.
Yeah, that seems to be the fucking deal with it. Basically all of the characters, like their jump melee attacks or their jump normal attacks, are really fucking good.
Fair enough.
And the AI never fucking uses them. Like with Steve, it's like, oh, I'm gonna jab my hands out once on the ground, but in the air you can do that and get like cooldown when you land. So, but with once you get the Lilica, don't bother attacking the robot on the ground. You just have to attack like the core in the background.
Fun. Increase attack power or protection or a fucking tanking ability in this game?
Yeah, he's had that since like the start.
Ah, man.
It doesn't boost his defense or anything. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna take all the hits now for like the 3 hits I survive. So basically, I just like electro punched and then started doing aerial attacks because he gets like combos and also cooldowns. I guess I fucking don't know. Everything's better in the air. It's basically Kingdom Hearts where you can mash out combos in the air, but also there's no ground game whatsoever with all these other characters. So game plays like ass. Oh yeah, did you watch the Chain of Memories speedrun?
Haven't yet.
It's interesting because the reason they don't play Rechain of Memories is that the 2D nature of Chain of Memories makes a lot of things like more consistent. Like Strike Raid only has to cover one plane instead of like a straight line on a 3D plane. So they can use all the raid specific, like raid adjacent abilities like Freeze Raid and Flame Raid without like potentially missing, and like there's an entire different strategy for Rechain of Memories. It kind of made me want to go play Rechain of Memories, to be honest.
And I liked Re up to the point where I realised that I was playing
it all wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, that's why I've hesitated, because I know that I probably would play it wrong and then need to restart.
I don't think you would actually, because you'd actually engage with the mechanics, whereas
I mean, I don't know about that.
Vegnagun, that's what it reminds me of.
That's a fair comparison.
Right, so this is the first one that's a pain.
I mean, all of them are kind of a pain just because you have to play characters that aren't Jaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lilica, you absolutely do not need to fight the robot. And you can't hit the enemy that you need to take out with anything but the bow.
Fun.
So
and you have to hold to charge with the bow, right?
Yes. It is mandatory. And also you're gonna get interrupted by fucking everything.
No, don't fucking... There we go.
Like, I took out the robot thinking it wouldn't respawn because I was naive, I guess, and then I was just like, oh, that's how it's gonna be, huh?
Fire at me, you shit.
What I ended up doing was just standing immediately next to the guy, and then, like, baiting his bite attack, and then sidestepping it. But that
I was
also has its
finding
problems.
the shooting attack easy to manage. There we go. That's that face down.
The thing is, sometimes he would step in front of me and eat an arrow, which
Yeah.
sucked. But
The robot things are actually kind of ridiculously adorable, given
Yeah.
how hardcore the rest of the enemy design is. Right, this is the one I'm dreading.
oh, is it fucking Zegrum?
Jupus.
Oh yeah, no, it's basically just Digo again.
Okay. But I don't really have abilities.
I mean,
Or
you
maybe I
don't
do.
really need them. Like, it's just Digo. Like, you just punch him in the hand again. Same, avoid the laser and swipes. So...
Except I apparently can't fucking hit the gem this time. There we go.
He has a jabby range instead of like a swipe, so...
Yeah, I was just
And his
unlucky.
spear isn't actually long.
Yeah. It was just which attacks he led with.
Yeah. Okay, and back to Fog Lord Float. I wish Jupas wasn't so bad because getting stat boost from drinking coffee is my kind of thing. I say as I take another swig of coffee. Oh. I think my favorite detail about Stormblood so far is that any mount that can fly can also swim, but also that means that anything they want to be able to swim also has to be able to fly. So there's a flying tiger coming in 4.0.
Nice.
Just, that's the thing. Also, the Adamantoise can fly, and it flies by shooting rockets out of it, like pulling into its shell and shooting rockets out of it, and it's spinning. And I love it, but that's just been in the game for a while already. Oh no.
Oh fuck.
My power leveling of crafting classes has been cut short by me being broke as shit. The bomb throw is really good, and I can't wait to see how they react to being underwater. Also, I'm actually really glad that they've decided to make a wind-up Bart's, a chicken knife, and the Mount Sildra, the collector's edition rewards for Stormblood, because that's Final Fantasy V, and that's happening right on time for Forge Out Fiesta for us. So, I'm gonna pick that up and be like, hey, I'm raiding Sildra. I'm to be a red mage and shit. I can't wait to see how Twintania rides underwater. Or the Cloud.
Oh, fuck you.
Still can't believe that there's a Cloud mount that is just, the lore of it is this man from the east sewed together a bunch of clouds. Now you can ride it.
Right, Jupiter's down.
Yeah, now time for Zegrum.
Is Zegrum another Digo, or is it something else?
It's something else. You have to fight the scientist dude.
Oh, right, okay. And then presumably
remember
Gisela
Lightning.
fights the woman, and Jess
Yeah,
fights
the woman's
Falcor.
face.
Fun.
Yep. For Zegrum, use lightning on him. He'll freak out, punch the ground a bunch, then get his hand stuck, then you can run up his arm and punch him in the face. I mentioned this
Right.
before.
Yeah, this is probably where I
Yeah.
die. Well, I do have loads of healing items.
And also, like, as long as you just keep doing that, he won't get anything else off.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you just, once he stops being confused, yeah, you just zap him again.
Do I have a boost? Yeah.
There's a movie he has called Twin Sword, where he just pulls out another sword, and it doesn't actually change any of his animations, it just adds a sword into his left hand and doubles the damage.
Really?
Yes. As far as I could tell, it didn't actually change the animations.
Oh, ow. Let's get rid of that poison. Let's try Sun Sword instead of the fire move then.
Because it does change the animation a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
still mainly just you do double damage. Which is useful for this, because otherwise it would take twice as long. I really don't appreciate half the time at least one or two of those hits when you climb up his arm will just do 1 damage for no fucking reason.
Right, what about this one? That doesn't appear to be any damage. There's the hitbox.
Yeah,
She's
you
a
basically
tall
have to
enemy.
constantly jump. Yep. It's not an interesting fight, because you basically just get up in her face and jump and attack and jump and attack and guard when attacks come out. And it's only the one attack because you're always up in her face.
Oh, come on.
Ugh.
Right, phase 10. Two hours 24.
Yep. Good luck.
This one I take it is actually hard.
This is the one that can and will kill you through guarding from 999 HP to 0 in 4.5 seconds.
Okay.
Like, it's
I can feel
rough at the best of times.
the blood of the Star King coursing through my veins. You, the incarnation of evil. I will end this once and for all, with my own hands.
Can I not use Jasta's abilities?
No?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No abilities, no sub-weapons.
But I can use items for some reason.
Yeah.
Consistency. No, dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Told you.
I got to the last phase. So,
Like I said, this thing can kill you from full to zero in no time flat. It's severely fucked up.
you are not wrong. Here's what would have happened. That's really loud all of a sudden. That one.
It's over.
That's a really good Kisala outfit. Where do I get that outfit?
We did it. We really did it, Dad.
Probably some fucking game shit.
I'm buffering because I'm putting quite a lot of load on my connection, I guess. Come on, internet connection.
Yeah, the game is finally over. Let's see if I can. Here's a YouTube video with information on this shit.
10604.
So,
We did it. We really did it, Dad.
it's literally just in a chest on fucking in Mina.
Good. The ship's engine just exploded.
It's literally just on a chest you have to
Might not
jump
get
to from a
out of this
trolley.
one alive. Damn. Run!
God damn.
Oh no! The road!
We have the worst luck. Attention, dogs! We're pulling out!
Whoops.
Is he okay?
All right! We're pulling out!
This is a good cutscene. Assume the ship's not about to fucking crash.
Well, something else is about to happen.
Oh, we're gonna get soaked in rude.
Damn, we're goners.
We can't give up now. Huh?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Whoa, what the heck is that?
I know it just happened. I haven't seen it yet, but I know it just happened.
Power of the rune too?
What? Oh my god. That is legitimately, simultaneously, the most ridiculous thing in the entire game and also amazing.
Yeah.
Look! The rune is disappearing.
Look at the sky.
Glen is returning to its former self.
We did it! We saved the galaxy! Phew! That was one heck of a fight!
But don't you feel at peace somehow?
Well, I suppose we had some fun, in a way. All's well that ends well.
I guess that's it then. Our journey
Yeah.
has come to an end.
Welcome to the Entero Galaxy.
About damn time. I was getting tired of covering you guys. Come on, Captain. Let's get our treasure and go home. What's the matter? Something wrong?
No, I'm good. I already got my treasure. Just look at Kisala's smiling face there. That's more precious and valuable to me than any treasure. Don't you think?
You're going soft.
This here is all I need.
Shoutouts to there being like
So this is
4
goodbye.
commentary-less
Yeah.
Let's Play recordings
It's sad.
of this game on YouTube for some reason.
But at the same time, I know I don't belong here.
Yeah.
I have to be back in my own place.
I know. I understand. You're no longer our baby, our Iriath anymore. You're Kisala, a dear friend to everyone here. But I want you to always remember one thing. No matter how far apart we may be, you have a mother who's always thinking of you.
Yeah. But this is still hard to believe. It's so hard to imagine this Mari Glen is really from 10,000 years ago.
You and
Yes,
your friends
Kasala, it is
have
indeed
brought
hard
Mari
to imagine
Glen
that the
back
time
to
travel
life.
stuff in this game could possibly make sense.
Now we can finally
Yep.
return to our own galaxy. Thank you.
Well, goodbye, Mom.
Please take good care of her for me.
Don't worry. You leave that to me. Kisala may be your daughter, but to me, she's like a son.
Kisala may be your daughter, but to me she's
strike that. She's
like a son.
spirited like a son, but she's a very precious daughter.
Bargain
to
Go
me.
is an idiot.
I'll keep
No
on
kidding.
caring for her, like I always have.
Just come out and say it, will ya? She's more of a handful than any boy.
What? Hey! Wait just a minute!
You know, you got a point there.
Oh, Jasta, don't try to tell jokes.
As Steve stands in the background trying to put up his hands to be like, hey now, calm down, but he has murder fists, so he can't be calming. He's just, I'm going to punch someone.
You can rest in peace
God
now,
damn it.
my darling. For I am sure
Also,
we can
you know that
trust
whole
her
thing
with
about
Mari
like
Glen.
Kasala
when the
being
time
having a place
comes.
on the pirate ship?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not gonna last.
you said the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, she returns to Maryland and the present, and they're like, "Oh yay, our queen! We've been waiting for you." And she's just like, "Okay, I guess."
Wait, hang on. So this Mary Glenn goes back into the past,
Yes.
and then
Then
catches up
exists
to
for
the present.
10,000 more years, thus nullifying the motivation of the entire game. Time travel is bad. Please consider not using it if you use it, if you're thinking about using it. But then they've apparently, the entire fucking monarchy, the dynasty, has lasted the 10,000 years and is waiting for her to come back. Even though, like, the queen is just like, yeah, no, she's fine, let her go. Apparently they took that to mean, don't let her go. And then they tell the pirates that they're too lowborn to be seen with her, and that they should fuck off, basically.
What's that?
Fun.
The flow of time has been
I hate
altered.
this game.
Don't you see? Mari Glenn has returned to our galaxy.
I love how it's Jaster who's the one to explain
really
everything.
Saved it.
Well then, let's go check out the
I
new
mean,
and
he is the one who is
improved
apparently
Mari Glenn, shall
half
we?
50,000-year-old man.
Okay.
So has Mary Glenn become the most advanced planet in the galaxy? That we should call it the most advanced planet in the galaxy. That should be our episode title. No, the most advanced podcast in the galaxy.
Yes. I will accept this.
I'm still incredibly mad about the fact that that line appeared multiple times in this game.
Yeah.
These people certainly look less inviting than the reception committee at Old Mary Glenn.
Yeah.
We have been waiting for you, Lady Kasala. How we have anticipated this very day.
Huh? You mean you know who I am?
There's not a soul in Mariglend who doesn't know your name. We Mariglendans have kept watch in your stead for 10,000 years, waiting for your return. After all, you are our queen.
Me? A queen? How can that be?
How could that be? You were a princess! That's what happens to princesses. They eventually become queens.
Yeah.
Please, take this.
Wait, but this is my mother's tiara.
Indeed. The ancient Queen Fradius directed us to bestow it upon the new queen, Lady Kasala, who would appear in 10,000 years. We have carefully passed down that tiara from generation to generation. And now, finally, we bequeath it unto you. I am so pleased.
Oh, Mom.
What are you talking about? Kisala has no interest in becoming this planet's queen. Come on, let's go back home.
Papa, wait.
What?
I've decided. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be the queen of Mari Glenn.
What? Are you serious?
Kisala!
I want to carry on my mother's wishes and rebuild Mari Glenn.
What rebuilding does this planet need?
It's been here for 10,000 years. Why haven't they started rebuilding already?
You, a queen? Why, you ain't fit to be queen. Come on.
Kisala, you've got to be kidding. Think about it. You
I
know
like
you're
how
totally
Jaster's
not
and
queen material. Hey, wait.
Doug and Goer's response to this is to
sorry,
neg her.
Papa. I'm sorry, Jaster.
Well, now that you've made your decision, please come this way.
This ending is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Kisala!
Kisala! Oh, my darling Kisala! Oh.
All right, let them go. I must remind you that Lady Kisala is to be installed as the Queen of Mariglen. From now on, lowly individuals such as yourselves will no longer be allowed to approach
I
her.
was doing this and she had her royal outfit on.
Now,
So
if
she
you
was just
excuse
holding a
me.
crown that she already had on.
What just happened? Oh, my cute little Kisala.
Captain, I think this might be the best thing for her.
Why? How is it the best
Everyone
thing
has
for
somewhere
her?
They've gotta be.
So is this where Kisala's gotta be?
Because they're making excuses.
I think so.
God, none of this.
Come on.
Yeah, no,
Let's get
it's
back
shit.
to the ship.
And the cat's in the final cutscene as well, because of course.
I mean, the cat chilled out a bit.
I don't know.
If he was this chilled out the
I might
entire
just
game, I
travel
wouldn't hate
through
him.
space a little more.
Everyone's gone back to their own planets.
Like he's
The
just kind of a
Argonauts feeling
goofball
pretty
teasing
empty
Jasser
these
about
days.
shit.
By the way, I heard Rosa finally got out
Like
from
I
under
just wanted that from the beginning.
sure you
There was
don't
no
want to head
goofy
back
banter. It was just nonsense.
Eventually.
And from him specifically, doubt
It seems like
all the
something is
time.
holding you back. Maybe you think a certain someone will come back to the ship if you hang out here long enough.
Oh, it's just that. Say, is the captain napping again today?
And you say banter, but it's still pretty
About
wooden.
the shape of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking better than nothing,
Captain
though.
must have forgotten his duties as a
That's what this
pirate.
game is. This game is nothing.
That's all right.
I'm going to maintain this position until we
look at the
record.
huge treasuries
Because
earned.
this game is a waste of money, and the fact that they thought they could overtake Final Fantasy with this drivel is fucking pathetic. Like, I don't like Final Fantasy, but as a whole, but still.
You know, I've never seen the universe so beautiful. So serene.
Wait, it's still not over?
You're done. But
Uh-huh.
Welcome back.
Again. Oh, I've got you louder because I turned the thing up. There we go.
I think this is the ending scene that got cut in favor of the the opening thing that I have on my one DVD sized version. Yeah, this is the credits. God, I didn't have to watch this. It was just like Sony Japan level 5. It's like,
Oh. Oh wow! I came at the end.
yeah. The one that Becky is watching on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I can see a logo in the corner.
Yep.
Jupus Tuki McGannell.
Motherfucker.
I'm guessing that final boss rush was a bit much for you.
I got
The
up to the
final
last
one
one,
only.
which killed me in all of about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Burton fucking survives as well.
What a fucking travesty.
Looking forward to the podcast.
Oh my god, the frog makes it into the... the frog and Zegrum get to be... I thought the frog was going to eat Zegrum then.
Probably preferable.
Fuse him with a better character.
I mean, he's already like 4 characters. He just needs one more fold to not be shit. If this game's fusion system has taught us anything. He's basically shitty Oron and shitty Jack Sparrow.
Pretty much.
and shitty character with a generic backstory. Anyway, the resolution to this is that they go and like kidnap Kisala from Mariglin, and that's where it leaves. It's like, oh, they stole back their greatest treasure, and that was the last thing they did as pirates, but it's like the only thing they did as pirates, and you don't even get to fucking play it.
Huh.
Oh no! Why is Quentin Flynn Toady? That's awful!
Whoa.
No!
Now that's what I call a real masterpiece.
I didn't even recognize him. That dude has, like, I guess I wasn't expecting fucking Quentin Flynn to be the synthesis frog.
So he has another voice.
Yeah. I mean, he has the one I know from like Raiden and Axel. But also, I guess he can do something else.
I guess so.
This is the recipe for Desert Seeker 3. Got it memorized? You
No.
Blame my brain for everything. And blame Becky for us definitely putting this on the fucking...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I've one of the benefits of me not having less input into season 3 is that the games are going to be better, right?
No. There's no guarantee, because all of them are things that I picked that I haven't played yet because no one fucking talked about them. I have no clue. There's no guarantee. We're fucking flying into the blue.
Out of the ones of those games I've played, I've enjoyed what I have played. So,
except for Legend of Dragoon and Golden Sun, the rest are all like, okay, let's fucking see what's up with these. And I'm only doing Legend of Dragoon and Golden Sun because I want to. It's me. I'm to blame if either of those ends up being a pain.
I feel like Legend of Dragoon would be interesting because I don't feel that often things of substance are really said about that game.
Yeah, like I believe I've said it before. I was friends with a girl who was a fan of the game, and I bought a physical copy of the game because it was like $15 when I looked. I was just like, oh, I have $15. I'll buy that. And then it was on PS3, and I was like, oh, that's $6. I can pick that up. And I haven't fucking played through it, even though when I was like younger and had a PS1, that was the only game I owned on it. Bless you.
But yeah, no, there's some stuff I've been curious about for year 3. So
yeah, I mean, they're all things that are from my backlog, and I'm just finding excuses to play them, which was honestly the reason we started the podcast, was me just going like, hey, anyone want to talk about these games I'm gonna play anyway?
Yeah.
And then I found my 2 nerd friends who then made everything good. And I was just like, wait,
well,
shit, this
made
is a
everything good
idea.
except for the game choice. which clearly hasn't been all good.
Yeah. I mean, we're at least getting an idea of the whole shape of the genre.
Yeah,
when
definitely.
we do these things, even if we play some bad games half the time, apparently. I'm wondering which Final Fantasy will be the bad one if we're doing a clean split half and half.
God.
I'm joking, of course. They're both going to be bad.
I will fight you.
You can fight me in fucking the end of July.
I'm looking forward to hearing people actually talk about Shadow Hearts.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That's definitely one of the ones that I'm interested in.
That is a game like sequel to one of the only JRPGs I think I have seen set in Wales.
Yeah, Kudelka.
Yes,
Yeah.
set in Aberystwyth.
I know that.
I'm gonna go to Aberystwyth soon.
What are you doing in Aberystwyth?
My brother's graduation.
Ah, okay.
I know that Folklore has some fucking.
Folklore's in
weird
Ireland.
shit. Yeah, like it's got weird. Folklore is a weird video game.
Uh-huh.
And there was free DLC that makes you dress the characters up like Santa. And it was free, so I picked it up. I was just like, okay.
Folklore
Yeah.
any good?
What's up?
Neither of us have played it.
Cheesed off.
Oh.
It's on
Like,
my
we both own it.
shelf right there. Since last year.
I'm fine.
Yeah, basically, it's an action
Why are you
RPG.
still here?
Game is set in Ireland and the Celtic otherworld of Irish
Just as
mythology,
soon as our last mission's over.
which is like a really weird and specific
you heard?
mythos to pull from.
Our last mission?
That's right.
Captain.
We're on our way to fight the battle of a lifetime on the all-new Mariglen.
Huh?
And I don't know.
Oh, come
Radiant
on.
History will be interesting to hear more than. Oh, it's like Chrono Trigger.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get it back.
Because it's got time travel.
Got it.
Yeah.
Actually, I sort of remember a lot of comparisons to when Final Fantasy 13-2 was coming out.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. Just like the entire. It's like Chrono
On
Trigger
that fateful
because
day,
time travel is just
Gorgondoa and
an
his crew made off with their
unfortunate.
ultimate treasure.
It's just narration to wrap it up.
Historical records
Yep.
indicate it may have been the very
The
last heist
narrator
they
is
ever
Jameson
pulled off
Price,
as pirates.
aka Nier and Malik.
Hmm.
Right, that will do. Thanks for
Yeah.
keeping
Boy.
company, and we shall
No
resume
problem.
in.
Don't forget to scream "I'm free" once you stop stream.
I'm
Because
free! No, and we shall resume this when 4JF starts, whenever that is.
the 11th or 12th probably.
Blimey, okay.
Yeah.
Birthday
It's gonna be
streams
rough.
for me then.
Yay.
Hey.
Good night.
Good night.